Innovative plans to protect our planet for future generations are being discussed at the COP26 summit in Glasgow today. That means things like the technology, educational projects and infrastructure being worked on now that could massively impact how we get around, heat our houses and even think about climate change. Simon West is the Managing Director of Lyme Regis-based environmental charity Word Forest, and he joins me on the line from Glasgow now. Hi Simon.
Good afternoon, Sam.
Lovely to have you there. I know that you spoke to Lou last week. What are you making of the way the talks are progressing in Glasgow? Are you feeling confident about some of the pledges that have been made?
I'd love to say yes. I think that some of the pledges that have been made are very good. What we need to see is the action that follows those pledges. Pledges are great, but we need people to actually do stuff.
Okay, so we've heard a lot in recent weeks about the things that we ought to be looking at in terms of developing heat source pumps for heating our homes, improving the infrastructure around electrifying cars and that sort of thing. Do you think, are we being overly reliant on technology to get us out of the hole that we're in?
I think, yes, we are. Certainly, we need to do all the things like insulate our homes, install heat pumps or whatever most efficient way of heating our homes can be. We need to move to sustainable transport in all forms, including flying and shipping, and, of course, the electric cars. But we cannot think that technology is going to suck all the CO2 out of the atmosphere. It doesn't exist as a workable technology. The one plant that we know about in Iceland that is sucking out, I think, 4,000 tons of CO2 a year, we would need 12 million of those worldwide. And we have to have behaviour change instead of imagining that technology is going to solve it.
Okay, so thinking about behaviour change, what would you like to see us all doing as individuals? I mean, we're all trying to do our little bit. I think that ultimately, though, recycling just makes us feel better. We should be doing more, shouldn't we?
Sure. The big one boils down to three words: stop buying stuff. We need to reduce our consumerism massively. There are lots of ancillary ones like not eating anywhere near as much meat, or even in my case, I went vegan. That was my choice, but just not eating as much meat will make a massive difference. But the big one is not buying stuff, not flying until we've got sustainable flight. And
obviously, there's been a lot of talk around COP26 and its ability to make change that will be lasting or meaningful. And we know that China is not represented by its president, and Vladimir Putin is also not there. How successful can this be ultimately if we don't have those countries on board?
That's a very good question. A lot of the negotiations are still going on. The senior politicians are important, but the negotiators are still hammering out deals. And I think that some of the deals are good. As I say, I just want to see the action that follows on from those. China could pivot in a heartbeat. They could just decide we're going fully sustainable, and because of the way their government and democracy works, it will be different. They will just make the change.
Well, it would be nice to think they would. It's lovely to speak to you, Simon. Thank you so much for taking the time out today to chat to us here on BBC Radio Solent. That was Simon West, Managing Director of Lyme Regis-based environmental charity Word Forest, live from COP26 in Glasgow.